Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Fluento, where learning English becomes a part of your everyday life. I'm Anna, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
And I'm David, as always, sitting here with my coffee, ready for a new conversation. Actually, today's topic is perfect for the season. Black Friday, the big shopping day, or should I say, the big people losing their minds in stores day.
You say that every year, David.
Because I mean it every year, Anna. I still remember the first time I saw people line up at 3 in the morning just to buy a TV.
Oh, yes. And that gives us our first expression right there, line up. To line up means to stand in a line or queue while waiting for something. On Black Friday, people line up outside stores, sometimes for hours, hoping to get the best deals.
And sometimes they line up for things they don't even need. I mean, do you remember my cousin, the one who bought a waffle maker? Not because she needed a waffle maker, but because she said, it was 80% off. How could I not?
That's actually something very American, this idea of getting a deal. A deal means you feel you're getting something for a very good price. And Black Friday is all about deals. But sometimes the excitement makes people forget to ask the most important question. Do I really need this?
You know what's funny? For years, I thought Black Friday meant everyone was sad, like black, meaning dark, depressing. I imagined it as a day when people mourned their wallets.
You're probably not the only one. Actually, many listeners might wonder why it's called Black Friday. And here's the interesting cultural part. In the US, this name comes from businesses. There's an expression in accounting, in the red and in the black. Being in the red means losing money. Being in the black means making a profit. So Black Friday is the day many stores finally go into the black.
Meaning they finally start making money for the year.
Exactly.
But emotionally, the day still feels a bit chaotic. Like the energy is exciting, but also exhausting. And I think that's why today will be a good chance for us to talk about shopping language, everyday English phrases, and also the culture behind this big shopping holiday.
And maybe how to stay calm while shopping?
Or how not to buy 4 waffle makers.
I promise you, we're not judging waffle makers. We're just observing.
So, to our listeners, imagine you're walking into a big store on Black Friday. What do you hear? Announcements over the speakers? Today only. Limited time offer. Buy one, get one free. These are all very common phrases in English.
Today only means the price is special for that day. Limited time offer means the good price will not last long. And buy one, get one free, also known as BOGO, means exactly what it says. These phrases can appear not only in stores, but also online.
Speaking of online Black Friday is a much calmer experience. No crowds, no elbows.
No elbows. That's a very American way of saying nobody pushing you physically.
Yes, fighting the crowds means trying to move through a busy group of people. And on Black Friday, you definitely fight the crowds.
But you know, David, not everyone understands why Americans get so excited. In some countries, shopping holidays are smaller or quieter. Others have huge sales, but maybe not with the same energy.
Or the same level of enthusiasm, which is a polite word for people acting a bit wild.
I think Black Friday became a cultural event, a moment that signals the start of the holiday season. Even if someone doesn't buy anything, they still feel the energy of the day. The cold weather, the colorful lights, the idea that winter celebrations are coming.
Right, and it's also a moment when families shop together. My mom loves walking through stores on Black Friday just to see what's new. She doesn't even buy much. She calls it window shopping.
Window shopping means looking at things without planning to buy them. It's a great phrase for English learners. Sometimes I go to stores just to see the decorations, the music, the displays, and that's window shopping.
But for beginners, here's a useful expression. I'm just looking. When a salesperson asks, "Can I help you?" you can say, "I'm just looking." It's polite and simple.
Yes, and it makes you feel more comfortable. That's something people don't talk about much. Many English learners feel a little nervous in stores because someone might speak quickly or use phrases they don't know. But remembering simple sentences like, I'm just looking, or do you have this in another size, can make a big difference.
That reminds me of a moment I had in a shoe store. I asked for a pair of shoes in size 10, and the salesperson brought me size 12. When I said, "This is too big," she just smiled and said, "Well, you never know." I don't even know what she meant.
She was probably trying to be funny. Or maybe she thought your feet would grow.
At my age? I think my feet are done growing.
This brings up something important: humor in customer service. In many American stores, employees try to be friendly, casual, sometimes even humorous. They might joke, smile, laugh. This can feel strange if you come from a culture where customer service is more formal.
Exactly. And on Black Friday, the friendliness gets combined with stress. So you might hear things like, "Let me check in the back for you." Or, "We might be sold out, but I can look." Sold out means there are no more items left. And on Black Friday, things sell out fast.
Many people get excited when they find something that is the last one. You'll hear someone shout, I got the last one! And it feels like winning a small competition.
Actually, speaking of competitions, do you remember that year when two strangers argued over a discounted blender?
Oh no, I remember.
Let me tell our listeners. So, I'm standing there minding my own business, and suddenly two people grab the same box at the same time. They both start saying, "I saw it first! No, I did!" And then the store worker comes over and says, with the calmest voice, "We have more in the back." And suddenly everything is peaceful again.
This is one of the most important lessons of Black Friday. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Remember, it's just a blender.
That's true for language learning too. If you don't understand everything happening around you, you take a breath, you say, "Sorry, could you repeat that?" Or, "Can you speak more slowly?" These are helpful phrases on any day, not just Black Friday.
Sometimes we worry too much about sounding perfect, but communication is about clarity, not perfection.
You know what? That reminds me of a listener who wrote to us last year. She said she went shopping on Black Friday for the first time and used the phrase, "I'm just looking," confidently, even though she was nervous.
Yes, and she said the salesperson smiled warmly, which gave her the courage to try more English that day.
That's the magic of everyday English. Small moments become big victories.
Speaking of victories, David, didn't you once buy a sweater on Black Friday that was 2 sizes too small?
I knew you were going to bring that up.
Because it's funny.
Okay. So I found this sweater, and it was such a good deal. I didn't try it on. I just grabbed it and bought it. Later at home, I discovered it fit my dog better than me.
So, what did you learn?
I learned the phrase, final sale, no returns.
Final sale means you cannot return or exchange the item. Very important.
And I learned that I should always try clothes on, even when they're 70% off.
For our listeners, try on means put the clothing on to see if it fits. In American stores, you often hear, the fitting rooms are in the back, or let me unlock a fitting room for you.
Another phrase you might hear is, how does it fit? Someone may ask you that if you're trying on clothes. You can answer, it fits well, or it's too tight, or it's too loose.
And tight means it feels small. Loose means it feels too big.
It's funny how everyday shopping words connect to everyday life. Tight schedules, loose plans.
Tight budgets.
Perfect for Black Friday.
Actually, yes. Many people create a budget before shopping. A budget is a plan for how much money you want to spend. And sometimes we go over the budget.
Meaning we spend too much.
But it's important to remind ourselves that buying things doesn't create happiness. Experiences, relationships, memories, those matter more. Still, shopping can be fun if you do it mindfully.
And learning English while shopping? That's a bonus. Every sign, every conversation, every little interaction becomes a language learning opportunity.
That's one of my favorite things about teaching English through real life. Language isn't just grammar or vocabulary, it's emotions, choices, stories.
Speaking of stories, can I tell you one more Black Friday story?
Of course, go ahead.
So, years ago, I worked in a bookstore. And on Black Friday, the line was so long that it wrapped around the store. People were tired, but there was this one older man at the front who kept telling jokes to everyone behind him. Simple jokes, but they made people laugh. And I remember thinking, this is what the holiday spirit should feel like. Not stress, not pressure, just people sharing a moment of kindness.
That's beautiful. Sometimes one small act of kindness changes the mood of an entire space. Even saying, have a great day, with a warm tone can create a connection.
And for English learners, tone matters. On Black Friday, you hear many tones: excited, stressed, tired, playful.
Learning to notice tone helps you understand meaning better than vocabulary sometimes.
Absolutely. And our listeners can practice expressing tone too. Practice saying, I'm looking for a gift. Try it in a happy tone, then a calm tone, then a worried tone. The words stay the same, but the feeling changes.
Speaking of gifts, that's another big part of today. People shop not only for themselves, but for friends and family. And that's why saying, this is for a gift, is useful at the register. The cashier may offer to wrap it for you.
Gift wrapping. Yes, some stores offer free gift wrapping on Black Friday. And if they do offer it, they often say, would you like this wrapped? You can answer, yes, please, or no, thank you.
Listeners, just imagine yourself in that situation. Imagine the warm feeling of choosing a gift for someone you care about. That's a moment where language becomes personal.
Anna, what was your favorite Black Friday purchase?
I think it was a book of short stories. I wasn't looking for anything big. I just found this book, and the first line made me smile. Sometimes the best deal is something that brings joy, not something expensive.
That's really you, Anna.
And what about you? Besides the dog-sized sweater.
Honestly, a pair of headphones. Not because they were cheap, but because I used them every day for years. That's when I realized that the best purchases are the ones that become part of everyday life.
And that's also a lesson for language learning. The things you practice every day become part of you. A phrase you use once is easy to forget. A phrase you use 10 times becomes natural.
So, listeners, This week, even if you're not shopping, try using some of the phrases we talked about. Notice signs around you. Notice tones when people speak. Notice how you feel when you use English in real situations.
Because English is not just a language you study, it's a language you live.
Before we end, I want to tell our listeners something from the heart. If you're learning English, you're already brave. You're opening a door to a new world, new conversations, new experiences. And that is worth more than any Black Friday deal.
And remember, your progress might be slow some days, fast other days, but every single step counts. Every time you listen to English, every time you speak, every time you make a mistake and keep going, you're growing.
So, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever level you feel you're at, keep going.
And if you want, share your Black Friday story with us. Maybe you bought something special. Maybe you heard a funny phrase. Maybe you learned a new word. We'd love to hear it.
And we'll see you next time here on Fluento, where English becomes part of your daily life.
Take care, everyone.
And happy learning.